preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe. This is Animal Radio Network.
And we're slipping into a holiday season here. We're 1 week away from our broadcast in San Diego from the San Diego Pet Expo, which is about as holiday as you get. And also, as about as holiday as you get, we'll be yapping with Doris Day.
The Doris Day.
Today. Also, Joey Turner. She'll be talking with your animals. Perhaps behind your back. I don't know what she's on the level. She is, and you could actually speak to her at 1-866-405-8405 if you want to do that today. We want to hear from you now.
Talk with Your Animals is brought to you by Get Serious, the only stain remover that truly gets rid of stains and odors. Stop messing around with the others and get serious. Available at PetSmart and online at GetSeriousProducts.com.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Joy. It's a pleasure to talk with you. I have two beautiful new cats that have come into my life, Mystical Storm and Hurricane. Hurricane, because he came the day Hurricane was coming up our coast.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just wondering, the older one is a female, Mystical Storm, otherwise known as Stormy, and she, I had a feeling, felt very much rejected by her former owner, and I'm hoping that she's gotten over some of those feelings. And my other question, which kind of goes along with it, being inside cats, does this make them unhappy?
Okay, Mystical Storm is the first one in my head, and she tells me that she really doesn't understand why her other person stopped loving her. However, she is very grateful that you decided to take both her and her son because she felt they both were not loved any longer at the place she was at.
That's the feeling I got.
So
completely.
She wants to thank you. She is just intensely grateful that you could find room in your heart for both of them.
Well, she's a very pleasant little gal, and it's a pleasure to have her around.
Excellent.
Now, the other one is a Hurricane, and both of them I'm kind of thinking that should be kept inside cats, mainly because we have a lot of wildlife outside that is undesirable.
Okay, well, Hurricane must be fairly young because he does give way to his mother's opinion of whether he needs to be inside or outside.
He is young. He's only 4 months old.
Okay, and she tells me that since you were so gracious, she will accept whatever you think is in their best interest because she does think that you have their best interest at heart. So she would like it if you could allow them to be together. She thinks probably until you'll see a time when she'll naturally separate from him. She thinks it could be around a year. And until that time, she'd appreciate it if they could be together because she feels really anxious when he's apart from her.
Well, this is certainly very interesting, and I do appreciate the opportunity to ask you these questions, and I hope our paths cross sometime soon again.
Well, thank you very much, Jenny. It's delightful to talk to you.
Of course, you can speak to Joy every week right here on Animal Radio at 1-866-405-8405. If you're in the Seattle area, she's on Tuesday nights. What station is that?
It's KKNW 1150 AM.
And then, of course, 5 days a week right here on the Animal Radio Full-Time Network. Because it's so much fun. Of course, next week, we're going to miss you next week. We are broadcasting live from the San Diego Pet Expo in San Diego, so we'll be catching you in a couple of weeks from now, okay?
Perfect.
And Ginny, thank you so much for calling. Love the names, Mystical Storm and Hurricane. I think they're great names. Thank you for calling and have a great day.
Thank you for having me.
We have more Animal Radio on the way. Stick around.
Okay, you have a pet that marks his territory. You clean the spot and you think end of problem. But your pet keeps going back to the same spot over and over again. The problem is you can't smell the pheromones left behind, but your pet can. So how do you remove something you can't smell? Get Serious will not only remove the stain, but will remove the scent responsible for your pet's remarking. Get Serious is the only cleaner that truly extracts the problem. And it's inexpensive. You use only half as much as other cleaners, so it's like getting 2 bottles of the other stuff. Get Serious will not discolor and leaves no residue behind. You can find Get Serious at PetSmart and in pet stores all over. Visit their website at GetSeriousProducts.com. Tell them Judy from Animal Radio sent you. Again, that's GetSeriousProducts.com. Get Serious is the only cleaner that truly extracts the problem.
Preventing pain, fear, and suffering of animals through nationwide education and awareness from all across the globe. This is Animal Radio Network.
And welcome back to Animal Radio. Miss Doris Day is joining us. Just another reason that we're America's #1 animal talk show. Doris Day on the phone. We know about her acting. We know about her singing. But do you know about her escapades with the animals? Did you know she's an animal advocate? Did you know she has 2 foundations?
And did you know she also received an award from President Bush?
Just recently, it was the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Doris Day, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well. Where are we calling you today?
You're calling me at my home in Carmel Valley.
Ooh, very beautiful part of the country.
I have a kind of a bad throat right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's nothing serious. It's just that I'm very hoarse and I sound kind of funny.
I didn't realize this, but you have 2 foundations. You have the Doris Day Animal Foundation and the Doris Day Animal League. Your organization has also done something part of, you joined in with Katrina Rescue, basically.
We sure did.
What did you do?
Well, I think you probably know from our dear friend Lisa at the Santa Cruz SPCA.
Mm-hmm. Well, we see here
I received a call through the hotel, my inn, the Cypress Inn, and the man at the desk called me and said, a very nice lady from the SPCA in Santa Cruz is calling and said, could she please get through to you? And I said, oh my goodness, something's happened, and she needs some help, which is exactly what it was. And thank God, thank you, my darling friends out there, my devoted fans. This is what you did.
And it still needed a little bit. We still need more funds to...
Oh, they needed $20,000.
Yes.
$20,000. And I did not faint.
No.
I did not faint. I said to her, look, give us all the particulars. Tell everything to my secretary. I have to know more about this. And that came through. And I said, you've got it. That's what the money is for. And I want everybody listening in who has donated to my organizations. You know, I really get touched about this. I just want them to know that when they send money to me and to my organizations, it's being used. I'm not buying fancy clothes. And it's not going to sit in the bank. We're going to use it to save as many animals as we can and to help people who need that help when they have pets and to rescue. And I just want them to know that the Katrina operation wasn't about me.
No,
and
of
I
course
don't
not.
really want to even. I wouldn't care if my name had been mentioned or not. It's about the people who were so wonderful that they trusted me and have been sending donations, and that's why we could do it. $20,000 check went right to them, and those animals are all in Santa Cruz.
Good.
I've met most of them already.
Oh, amazing.
And, you know, my veterinarian, Dr. Todd Lawmaster, here in Monterey, when he heard that I was doing this, so that my organization was doing this, he called my secretary and he said, Betsy, I want to do what I can.
Oh, great.
He said, I'm just, breathless when I heard that Doris is doing this. And he said, I want to do all the spaying and neutering for nothing.
Well, that's what it's all about, is when everybody comes together to make it happen. And that's what sends chills.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the happiest time of my life. And I couldn't get over that, and I called him and I told him that I loved him very much for doing that.
There were about 100 animals that were brought back.
Oh, well over.
Very
well
good.
over that, yes. And most of them came in an airplane. That was incredible. And I couldn't go that night because my throat was so bad, and it was a very cold, funny night. And there was such a thick fog my goodness, they didn't come in until, so late at night. She didn't get home until 1:30 in the morning. But anyway, she told me about the plane, and it was a plane that our troops fly in.
Wow.
There are no seats, and that plane was filled from the floor to the ceiling with dogs, and there was a mama cat, and she had 12 kittens.
Oh, my gosh.
And they were all together in one huge, crate, I guess.
Oh,
or
wonderful.
I don't know what they call it, but anyway, everybody was comfortable.
It is incredible. Do you have any animals at home?
Yes, I do, indeed.
Who are your furry companions at home?
Who?
Yes.
Well, I sort of keep that private.
Oh, okay, I understand
because
that.
it's important.
I understand that.
I have many dogs, and I have many kitty cats.
Very good. Well,
And I feed, I think, all the birds in Carmel.
we appreciate everything that you've done and that you continue to do, and we hope that you get better, feel better for us, okay?
Oh, I will. I don't feel sick or anything. I feel great.
Good.
But I can't talk. But can I tell you one more thing? And I want this is for the people listening in, all you dear people.
Okay.
So many people that I know and have bumped into in my lifetime, when they lose their pet that they love so much, they always have said to me, I mean, many of them have said to me, I cannot take another dog, Doris. I can't replace my little Buster. Mm-hmm. And I've heard it so often, and I just am making a plea to all of you wonderful people out there who feel that way. I just want you to know that I did once before, too. Mm-hmm. I felt that way about one of my babies, and I said, I can't replace her. I just can't take that little Maltese that I was called about, because I had lost my little poodle. And I heard myself saying that I can't replace my Ozzy.
Well, what changed your mind?
Oh, God. I rely on God, and I said, I don't know what to do. There's a precious little Maltese that needs a home. And I said, I found myself thinking what I didn't want to think, that I was going to be replacing Ozzy. And it just came to me instantly. And I know that it was God saying to me, you take that baby, because Ozzy would want you to.
Oh, very good.
And I don't mean to sound melodramatic. I just feel so strongly about people who feel that way. Don't feel that way. Please don't. Go to your nearest SPCA or wherever and give another beautiful little doggy or cat a loving home. If you love animals, and when you feel so strongly about the one that you lost, I know that it has to be a great home and a loving, loving person. And you're the ones who should have the animals. So please think about it again.
Very good. No need to replace your animal, but you can find another love that's just as tight, just as wonderful
of
with
course,
another animal.
People aren't alike.
Yes.
Animals aren't all alike.
Well
they're all different, but they're just nothing but love wrapped up in fur.
They sure are.
That's what they are.
Well put.
Doris Day, we appreciate you spending time with us today on Animal Radio.
Oh, you know what? I'm so grateful that you called and for me to have the time to talk about my beloved animals. Oh, and my love to all of you listening in.
This is Animal Radio
Network.
Marco Giannini. Is that how your name's pronounced?
Marco Giannini, yes, sir.
Very good. Please don't call me sir.
Yeah, we don't give him that title.
All right, thank you, Hal.
Not
Appreciate
around
it.
here, yes. We're calling you because, well, first of all, you've started and founded a company called Dogswell.
Yes.
You went from, being a Charles Schwab guy into the animal world? Is that what happened?
That's exactly it. I bounced around the finance world, a little bit around the technology world, and I decided to take a better route. So I figured the animal world, actually.
Now, why'd you decide to do that?
Well, I've always had dogs my whole life. I've had dogs, rabbits, cats, the whole thing, hamsters. Yeah, I'm a family of 5 children, actually. So being the last one in the family, we have had pets forever. But, getting involved with that, I've always wanted to start my own retail product company, actually, as well. So starting a retail product company, what better industry to get into than the pet industry?
Absolutely.
Yes.
There is no doubt a bevy of different treats on the market.
Sure.
But you have put together a treat that is not only a treat, but that's healthy and good for you, too. And you just also launched your cat line, I understand.
We have launched Dogswell.
Well, tell us about the treats.
Well, they're true jerky treats. And when I say true, I really mean a true jerky in that there's no fillers of any kind. There's no wheat, there's no corn, there's no soy, nothing but the actual beef liver or the actual chicken breast along with the added nutritional benefits.
Oh, very good.
So when you hear about a jerky treat in the marketplace, you hear of so-and-so jerky, you look on the back of the bag, there's about 50 ingredients on there.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is chicken breast, and then you've got the added supplements for that benefit of a treat. For example, Happy Hips has chicken breast along with glucosamine and chondroitin, which is good for your hips.
Okay.
Exactly.
And you do that with the both the feline and the dog line?
We absolutely do that. We've got for the dog line, we've got Happy Hips.
Okay.
We've got Happy Heart, which is good for your overall health and the dog's heart.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Mellow Mutt, which calms the dog down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some great ingredients in there for that. We've got Breathies, which works very much from the inside out, like a breath ashore for the dog.
Oh, very good.
Absolutely. And we've got Vitality, which is your all-around treat.
And these are treats you can give your little furry kids on a daily basis,
on
right?
a daily basis, absolutely. So we've got that all on the Dogswell side. On the Catswell side, we've got VitaKitty and Happy Hips for cats.
Okay, what is VitaKitty?
It's the same thing as Vitality for the dogs, but it's better for the cats. It's a little more moist to treat, and it's got vitamin A and E. So it's a great all-around treat giving the cat vitality.
I like this. It's like giving your kids like a Flintstone vitamin. They think it's candy. They think it's fun. They don't realize it's healthy and good for them at the same time.
That's the whole thing is, and we've talked about this recently, there's a lot of overweight animals, and especially as of late. And we're feeding them these treats, these junky treats, and it's no question that they're overweight. So when we give them something good like the Dogswell treat, it's not
junk
making
food.
them any. Yeah, it's not junk food. It's not making them any fatter.
The best analogy you can use is if you look at the way the human trends have gone, and if you look at the type of treats, the quote-unquote healthy snacks of 10, 20 years ago, and then you look at the difference between the healthy snacks of today, that's what's hopefully happening in the pet world. So you look at these wheat-based type of treats in the pet world that have been around for years, and are they necessarily good for the dog? Not really.
No.
If they've got all these ingredients in there. Dogs, wheat, corn, and soy, dogs weren't meant to have.
No.
Cats. Or cats, no. But if you look at treats, we're just so used to it because if you look at dog food and cat food, you don't really know what's inside the dog food and cat food, right? It's all wheat based. It's all essentially some type of kibble, right? But if you really make it pure and clean with the treats that we're doing, you make it just a chicken breast with the added nutrients, or just a beef liver with the added nutrients. That makes it low in fat, actually, very low in fat. We've got less than 10 calories per stick on our chicken breast treats, actually.
Now, a lot of people claim they have vitamins in their treats and foods, but when they cook them, they actually burn them off, don't they?
They do. Ours are cooked at. What happens is, if a true jerky treat is something, the wild, wild west. How do they make their jerky? How do they make beef jerky then? They hung it out to dry in the heat for days at a time, right? Well, we accelerate that process a bit by cooking it for a lower period of time than 8 days, just for less than a day. But we increase the temperature on that. But we keep it at a low enough temperature where those vitamins and nutrients actually stay alive, versus a wheat-based treat, which has to be cooked at over 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
When you cook anything at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, the nutrients are all cooked out of the product.
It's simple. You go to the store, you look at the ingredients of any treat and any food, and you're going to see the first few ingredients on many of them, especially at the grocery stores. Many of them are just like wheat and whey, and there's no meat whatsoever.
Meal.
Yeah,
No.
cornmeal.
Yeah, exactly. Wheat glycerin, exactly. That's exactly it. You really have to look at the ingredients, and you have to say how many ingredients are in this bag. if there's 50 ingredients in this bag and you really don't understand the first 5 of them,
or you can't pronounce them or spell them.
If you can't pronounce them or spell them, then there's a little bit of an issue there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but there are some things that are in yours that are hard to spell, but there are things that are, like for the Happy Hips, which is glucosamine hydrochloride. Is that how you say that?
Exactly. Glucosamine and chondroitin have been very popular for humans for years now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? The National Institute of Health is doing phase 3 testing on glucosamine because it seems to be so effective. So it is a very effective, natural medication for your hips and joints.
And there are many animals that are predisposed to hip situations, like golden retrievers,
German shepherds,
many felines too.
You know what's interesting? Actually, it obviously helps more for a large dog because large dogs don't live as long as small dogs, right? Okay. But if you've got a small dog who's 15 years old and is not getting around as well, the Happy Hips is going to be great for that small dog, right? Mm-hmm. And felines as well do have hip problems as well. They really do, but they just don't. They're not as noticeable, or they don't have them as much as large dogs because we noticed the hip problem in a large dog in the 5th year of its life, right?
You have the Happy Hips, then you have the Happy Heart. What's in Happy Heart?
Heart has vitamin E, which is a great all-around vitamin for their health. Mm-hmm. And we've got some other nutrients in there that we're adding in there, such as turmeric and some other ingredients that are great for the heart health, actually, which are great for blood flow circulation is what they are.
Okay.
Do you recommend these products for young, healthy animals to help prevent it in the future, or do you wait till they start showing signs? Or
Well, that's the thing. It's a great preventative medicine is what it is. Mm-hmm. And again, many of these problems that these humans are having, they correlate well with the pets as, also. I mean, people take glucosamine on a regular basis who are in their 20s to prevent hip dysplasia, to prevent hip problems and joint problems in the future.
Well,
they should do the same thing for their pets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very good idea. And do you have lucky cats and dogs at home that get to be your taste testers?
We do. Absolutely, of course. We're building that up for sure. My wife is not going to let me have another dog until I buy her a home, but hopefully that'll happen soon.
Another dog. How many dogs and cats are there?
We've got one dog right now. We don't have a cat yet at our house, but people who work for me have a cat, and I grew up with 2 cats myself. So.
Okay, so where are we going to get this stuff? I see it's available in 16-ounce and 6-ounce bags. Is that the same for the cat stuff, the Dogswell?
No, the cat's available in 4-ounce bags and smaller pieces as well, of course, for the cats.
And are they sold at the same places that the Dogswell treats are sold at?
Definitely are. They're sold in over 4,000 independent pet stores throughout the country.
Wow.
So if you go into any city, any major city or a smaller city, and you go to, most likely you're going to find our products at an independent pet store. But you can also go to our website at dogswell.com, DOGSWELL.com, and you can actually go to a store locator on our website and type in your zip code, and you'll most likely find a store near you.
Very good.
We have some friends of Animal Radio. A couple of them are David Fry from, you know him, USA Networks,
yes.
And also Tori Spelling. They helped you judge a contest that just, I believe, is coming to a head. And I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about it, because I thought it was a cool idea.
Sure. The entries are all in, but what we're doing is, this is our first annual contest, and we hope to do this for years to come.
Okay.
We're looking for the best pet trick in America, and it could be the cutest pet trick, the funniest pet trick, in America. And people have sent in their entries, and the winner actually is being judged this month of December. And the winner actually gets a all-expense-paid vacation. The winning dog, and 2 people get an all-expense-paid vacation to the Westminster Dog Show in February, plus $1,000 cash.
Wow.
So it's a great trip. It's sponsored by JetBlue Airways and Lowe's Hotel, amongst others.
Of course, Lowe's, they love pets, and you'll head there with your pet, maybe.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now,
absolutely. So you can bring your dog with you, actually, to the Westminster Dog Show. And actually, this year it falls on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So it's 3 nights at the Lowe's Hotel in New York City on Valentine's Day weekend.
Wow.
Okay, so who's helping you judge all of this?
Well, we do have David Fry as a judge.
Okay.
We've got Greg Oler from Hollywood Dog Magazine as a judge. And actually, Hollywood Dog, the winner gets a feature in Hollywood Dog Magazine as well. And we've got Tori Spelling as a judge also, amongst a few other people.
And you're picking a winner on the 12th or 15th? When is that?
It's going to be decided in early January.
Oh, really? Okay. Keep us posted on that. And, of course, we'll... for those of you that have an animal with an awesome trick, you want to think about that for next year.
Absolutely. You know, you can go to dogswell.com, find out more information about it, about what we did this year, and definitely keep it in mind for next year. We hope to do it, as I said, for years to come.
Is it just for dogs, or?
This is just for dogs, this one. This is just for dogs. We'll definitely be doing some things for the cats of the world, too.
Okay, I just got to make sure.
You mentioned, well, we have some very talented cats here. We really do.
Do you both own cats?
Yes. Well, we have studio cats.
Good. And what about your dogs?
You have a dog at home.
I have a small dog, yes.
I don't have any.
His trick is laying on the couch all day.
Okay.
So I don't think he can win any contest with that.
So Mellow Mutt, he doesn't really need that much Mellow Mutt then.
No, just the opposite.
The opposite.
Speaking of Mellow Mutt, what is that all about?
Well, Mellow Mutt is actually something that puts a dog at an even keel, is what it does. I mean, you don't want your dog to be passing out. You want your dog to be at an even keel, and Mellow Mutt has some great ingredients in there, such as hops as well and oyster shell flour, that generally calms the dog down a bit, actually.
Oh, so it's like if you have one of those rowdy dogs.
And it's also great for car trips, when you're with your dog on a car trip or a long trip, absolutely. And again, all of these come in both beef liver and chicken breast. So it depends on what the dog likes. If the dog prefers beef liver, we've got that, and if the dog prefers chicken breast, we have that as well.
Awesome stuff. Okay, what are we looking forward to at the website? I understand, I haven't been there yet, but I understand not only finding information about the contest, which is coming to a close, but the treats, but there's also other stuff there. Is that correct?
Well, we do have obviously all of our product information on the website. We've got our store locators on the website, and we actually are coming up with an events page as well. We're going to have many Dogswell events coming up in the future. We're probably going to be getting involved in local charity events throughout the year. As you know, we did the Bow Woween, which was a great event, which is a Halloween costume event in Los Angeles already.
No. Oh, really? What was that like?
Oh, it was fantastic. We had 3,000 people show up with their dogs, and they had them in costumes. And Dogswell was the main sponsor, and what we did was we judged the best costume of 2005. And I think two girls with Ghostbusters and their dogs won the costume contest this year.
Do you have pictures on your website?
We will have those up there soon. We will have those. Not yet, but they will be there soon.
Very good.
I understand you will be joining us as we sponsor the Doris Day Animal Foundation's Spay Day.
Yes, we sponsored that last year, and we'll be doing that again this year as well. Absolutely.
I'm glad to see you're one of those companies that's very into not only putting out a product that's healthy and good, but also giving back to the community.
Sure. Well, our tagline is because dogs are family too. And we really, really do believe it. And obviously it'll be because pets are family too, obviously, because we've got dogs and cats involved. So we really do quite a bit to get involved with many charities, charity organizations, not only in the Los Angeles area, but throughout the United States. And we're very happy to do that.
What can we look forward to?
We do want to stick to our core, obviously, in that we provide healthy jerky treats with added benefits, right? So we're coming out with a few treats. I can't really talk about them just yet, but they will be out by March of 2006. We're going to come out with a few more treats with really good healthy benefits for the dog and for the cat as well.
So you have some top secret stuff you can't discuss.
Top secret stuff we're putting together right now.
But the place to find out when it becomes official is dogswell.com.
Exactly. If they go to dogswell.com, we'll have that for them. We're going to probably be putting together an email newsletter soon and some other fun things so we can have more interaction with our customers.
And they can sign up on your website for the newsletter?
That won't be. It will be available soon, not yet, but we're going to have that stuff coming out probably in either December or January.
Okay. Well, we know you're a busy guy. Marco Giannini, president and founder of Dogswell. I love that. I wish I had an Italian name like that. It is Italian, right?
Hal, you got a great name. And Judy, we'll be sure to... Is this Judy, right?
Yes, it is.
We will be sure to send you some treats.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to give away a few right now. In fact, we'll give away a couple right now. 1-866-405-8405 with the condition that you report back to us and let us know what you thought of the Dogswell treat.
Or what your dog thought of the Dogswell treat.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Marco, we appreciate you spending time with us.
Thank you very much, Hal and Judy. We'll talk to you soon.
We have more great stuff for great pets on the way. Stick around.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
Remember, if you get an animal this week, please spay or neuter, and don't buy from a breeder. There's no reason to buy an animal from a breeder. If you need a certain breed, you can go to a breed rescue online.
And don't declaw if you get a cat.
Declawing is actually an amputation up to the first knuckle, I believe, first or second knuckle. It's not the proper way to take care of the scratching on the sofa. Nope. Call us here at 1-866-405-8405, and we'll explain it to you anytime if you have any questions about that. We'll see you next week from the San Diego Pet Expo. Have a wonderful week from all of us here at Animal Radio. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.